Okay, class, in this example we're going to take a look at what it looks like to solve a system of three linear inequalities. So, starting with our first inequality, we've got y is less than 2. So I want to graph the boundary line y equals 2 and then convert that into an inequality where y is less than 2. So we're going to start off at y equals 2. I'm going to use a dotted line because it's a strict inequality of less than, not less than or equal to. And then I'm going to shade in the direction where y is less than 2. Next we're going to graph the inequality. I'm going to switch to a red color here, and now I'm going to graph this second inequality. Sorry, I just dropped my iPad. X is greater than or equal to -1. Ignore the cat meowing in the background. X is greater than or equal to -1. So right here is where x equals -1. Greater than or equal to, we're going to need a solid line. I'll extend that a little further. And then greater than or equal to -1 is going to be shading to the right. So far, our solution region is this region right here. This is the part that got shaded by both inequalities. It includes this red line up to the intersection point. It does not include the purple line. Now let's switch to maybe a green color. And we have one more inequality to graph. We're going to graph y is greater than x minus 2. So here we go. Let's graph y equals x minus 2. Y-intercept is 2. Slope is 1. Rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. Okay. I can also go in the other direction. And in this case, again, we're going to go with a dashed line because we have a strict inequality that is strictly greater than, not greater than, or equal to. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Let's test the origin and see if it satisfies the inequality. 0 is greater than 0 minus 2. 0 is greater than -2. That's true, which means we want to make sure we shade toward the origin, which is right there. So we're going to shade toward the origin, try and stay focused on what region is going to get shaded by all three inequalities. So let's take a look around here. If I look up in here, this region only got shaded by the green, so that's out. If I look over here, this region just got shaded by the green and the red, but not the purple, so that's out. Same thing over here. Well, actually over here is just red. In this region down here, we've got red and purple. If I go inside this little triangle right here, we actually have green, we have red, and we have purple. So this triangle gets them all. So these points are solutions to our system, not including points on this boundary or this boundary. And then over in this region, we just have green and purple, no red, so these points are not solutions, and of course these are not either. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of highlight in the region that worked. So those points in that triangular region will all be solutions to the system of inequalities. So basically, to make a long story short, graph each inequality the way you always would. Pay attention to solid or dashed lines. Make sure you shade in the correct direction. And then you want to find the region that got shaded by each inequality in the system. If there are 2 inequalities, it gets shaded twice. If there are 3 inequalities, you're looking for the region that got shaded by all 3. Good luck as you go ahead and practice with this content.